Welcome back to Defying Age. Every day on the news, we are bombarded with advice on staying healthy and eating right. When you constantly hear about all kinds of fad diets and miracle nutrients that claim to cure everything, you can't help but be confused. Well, Ed Levy is a clinical nutritionist and the owner of Nature's Corner Natural Market in Spring Lake. We are glad to have him with us here on Defying Age. Welcome, Ed.
Thank you for having me, Della. Pleasure to be here.
I understand you have 5 key action points to wellness.
Absolutely.
Tell us all about them.
You see, Della, the basis to anti-aging and optimal health is really rooted in the foundational core aspects of health. And there are 5 of them.
Okay.
First is proper diet. Second is nutritional supplementation. Third is sufficient exercise. Fourth is stress reduction. And fifth is detoxification.
Okay. Now, when you talk about nutrition and diet, let's talk about some of the products you have brought here, why they're so good for us.
Great idea. Excellent idea. Just to start with, by eliminating the processed foods and hydrogenated oils, otherwise known as margarine, and chemicals and preservatives and artificial coloring and flavoring from our food, we free up a tremendous amount of energy in the body.
When we say processed food, a lot of what we buy, like junk foods, are processed?
Correct. Anything really that comes in a box, can, or a bag in the supermarket is generally processed, which basically covers the full spectrum.
So we need to go to the produce section, fresh.
Excellent idea. Even better if it's organic produce, which means chemical, pesticide, and fertilizer free.
Even if it's a little more expensive, but don't worry about that.
Yeah, usually it's not, actually.
Really?
In today's day, we are fortunate to have so much more organic produce that the prices have dropped tremendously in the past 5 or 6 years.
Now, of late, they've been telling us a lot about fruits and vegetables, many of which you have right here in this lovely little picnic basket. Tell us why they are so good for us.
Well, the second step to proper diet after you throw out the garbage is introduction of all the good stuff. Good stuff is obviously fresh fruits and vegetables and whole foods that are closest to their original state, meaning like whole grains, fresh fruit and vegetables, and beans and legumes, and of course great sources of protein like fish, chicken, eggs, and soy.
So my daughter has the right idea in eating brown bread, whole wheat bread, or whole grain bread versus white bread.
Absolutely.
Which I have to retrain myself not to eat.
The closer we eat to the original state, the healthier it's going to be. The farther we take something from its original state, the less healthy it's going to be.
All right, you said first of all taking the garbage out. Let's go to the next step. What's that?
Well, that's introduction of the good stuff, which we cover basically foods closest to their original state as possible, which retain the live enzymes. Enzymes are like the construction workers in our food that distribute all of the vitamins, minerals, fat, protein, and carbohydrates, the bricks and mortar, or the raw materials, so to speak, to where they're supposed to go. Once we cook and process the food, we lose much of those live enzymes.
So cook naturally and keep it in its gentle, tender state.
Absolutely.
Now, I see a lot of supplements advertised on TV for enzymes.
Yes.
You really don't have to take those things if you eat the way you should.
Well, everyone eats cooked food every now and then, at least almost every day, of course. So when we eat a fresh salad or an apple or a cantaloupe or a banana, the enzymes are live and intact, and an enzyme supplement is unnecessary. It's only when we eat cooked foods, which of course we do on a regular basis, that we really need an enzyme supplement, and we really only need it if a person has a digestive disorder, or as we grow older, we do produce less digestive enzymes.
When you talk about cooked food, because they tell us, don't fry. Okay.
Yes.
Well, what about baked, grilling, boiling, broiling, baking, any of that?
Right. As long as the ingredients, the raw materials that we're using in baking and cooking and grilling are healthy and clean and whole food ingredient and not processed and made with artificial coloring and preservatives and fake oils like margarine, these foods are still healthy even though we are cooking them. The cooking doesn't destroy the nutritional value, it only destroys the enzymes. That's not the entire nutritional picture, it is just one fractional part. We do need enzymes, that's why we do need to eat more raw fruits and vegetables.
So I can steam my veggies sometimes if I want to, or saute them if I want to.
Wonderful.
Okay,
absolutely.
All righty, so we got to action 2, right? Nutritional supplement. Action 3.
Well, step 3 to action 1 is balancing. When Hippocrates was asked what's the best way to eat, his answer was very simple. He didn't even say anything. He just went like this. 5 meals a day, all the size of the palm of our hand.
Let's talk about that. So
Absolutely.
if you eat several smaller meals a day versus one big one, or even skip part of the day and then of course eat dinner, that doesn't help you.
Absolutely. Well, the object is to eat 5 small meals a day in a grazing sense. And by grazing, by eating small meals through the day, we keep our blood sugar stabilized and we provide our body with a steady flow of raw material, or gasoline, so to speak, to let it run smoothly throughout the day, as opposed to having highs and lows, or otherwise known as the roller coaster effect in our blood sugar levels.
Okay, we're talking small meals here too when you eat several times a day, right?
Yes.
Okay, and a balancing act and hydration are vital.
Well, most importantly, far most importantly, is water. Our body is 75% water. So if there's a drought in the pond, Della, the fish get sick, right?
Right.
So in order to stay healthy and to feel energized, we need to keep ourselves well hydrated. And for every cup of coffee or black tea or soda that we drink, we lose approximately a cup and a half of water.
What?
So those beverages are actually dehydrating to our system.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yes. So the best way to hydrate is, of course, clean, healthy water, not from the tap, of course, distilled water being the best, or spring water is fine. And even better than that is fresh organic juicing, which is, as far as anti-aging goes, helps to repair and rebuild DNA better than anything else on a physical level.
So be oxygenated and hydrated.
Without a doubt.
Okay, both help you defy age. All right, let's talk about action 2, 3, and 4, and 5 in the few minutes we have left.
Action 2 is nutritional supplementation. No matter how well we eat, we still need the basic foundation of nutritional supplements to fill in the gaps, so to speak, and to get a therapeutic effect from our nutrients. By isolating certain vitamins out of our food, taking them in higher doses, they have a therapeutic, even medicinal effect in healing. Okay. So a multiple vitamin, first and foremost, is great. That's a one-a-day multiple vitamin. And then your other antioxidants and essential fatty acids like fish and flax oil are also very important nutritional supplements, and something called phosphatidylcholine, which helps to improve and strengthen the liver's ability to detoxify and cleanse chemicals from our body.
Does everybody need the same nutrients and same vitamin supplements?
At the basic foundational level, yes. Anyone over the age of 20 should be on the basic 5. We call them the basic 5.
Okay, thank you very much, Ed Levy. We appreciate your coming in, of course. He is the owner of Nature's Corner Natural Market in Spring Lake. He is also a clinical nutritionist. Thank you very much. Now, if you'd like to find out more about Defying Age, be sure to log on to news12.com, or you can send us an email at djcruz@news12.com. For executive producer Nancy Gross, producer Dave